Welcome back to Just Fantastic Craft channel. Today we're back playing From the Depths, and as you can see, our ship has a problem. I don't know how to solve this problem. It is that we are too heavy, which is a problem I did not expect for us to have. And I do not know how to fix this, to be honest, so yeah. Currently happy. This is an air pump. Okay, I mean, cool. And there are a lot more air pumps that I have turned on. So let's see. We are going to be sinking a lot. A little bit better than before. We were actually sinking quite fast. So today we need to fix this ship and make it well, actually buoyant. We can do something a bit more different. We have this under compartment which is filled with pumps, and then we have the very bottom of the ship, which we can actually probably make out of wood, which will ruin our integrity. Oops, give me actually, what is this? R? Yes, R is the proper button. So we have this keel. I think we are I don't know how stable we are going to be, but one thing most definitely that I want to try is adding wood to the bottom of the ship. That way we could gain some buoyancy and not damage our structural, well, integrity. Let's go with this, and then let's press N to copy, and then we wanna start replacing those blocks, which is, how do you do that? We can just delete them and place them again, which is one of the ways we can proceed, but wasn't there a straight up swap to block under cursor and hold to replace? Oh, just shift. Okay, well that's easy. We're going to be replacing all of our bottommost hull with wood, meaning that it is a lot more possible for it to be hit with, well, anything. Let's press F11 and see whether we still sink. We are actually buoyant now. Just that much wood makes us buoyant. Barely, but that is fine. Recoil of this thing is going to be immense, by the way. I didn't really think about that. Maybe I should add, maybe I should switch some of the front. Oh, we are still not as buoyant as we could be. Let's go back to building mode and then pressing F11 because we want to pause the game, because we don't want to deal with pesky enemies right now. What else can we switch? We can switch just the most bottom of the hull. That part should be protected enough, which is going to demand a slope 4. I need to go back to having and then we shift just like so, and then last but not least we get the slope. Because for here we would wait. This is a 3 meter slope? Oh, it is a 3 meter slope down here. Oops. Well, I mean, and then what is this, a transition? a square R, okay, 3 meters. Then we go back to and change this to wood. Just like so. Now we have more buoyancy. Let's see how this one deals with sinkage. It is trying to flip now. That is a bit of a different issue that we're having. So adding weight to the bottom is going to make it worse. Adding our buoyancy to the bottom is going to make it, well, worse. So how about we add some buoyancy to the top? But how do I do that? If it's just air, it's just heavy. The ship is just a tad bit too small, I'd say. Its water displacement is barely enough to keep it afloat, and that is after adding a bunch of wood. And it now wants to flip. Why? It should be balanced. Maybe the wave is trying to flip it currently. Now its mass is above the buoyancy, so it will try to flip itself. Okay, I mean, that is not good, but we need to lower the mass. To lower the mass, we need to add a keel. To add a keel, we just add more, guess what, more lead. And I'll just pick a slope 4 meters. And we go back to here. And we start adding this to the bottom. And with this being added to the bottom, it should be a-okay. Yeah, it's better. Let's actually change it to, so the mass needs to be this, but so we need the buoyancy to be enough to keep us above water, but at the same time we need it. What did I remove? So this is just that keel. I would like to add a, oh wait, the transitions, they're gonna help me this time around, which is going to be a 2 meters, other way around though. Maybe like this. Yeah, like that. It should be fine like that. Then over here on this one. Wait. So one more is, oops. One more is gonna be, it's barely on the edge. Yes. Okay, then we get 2 meters. Nope, we go away from transitions. We go to a corner, a square corner, 4 meters. Oops, that's caps lock. That's Q. Yeah, that one is rotated wrong. Like this. This one needs to be on the other side. Just like so. That will fix it on this one as well. Then we grab a slope of 3 meters. That is 2. We add it here, and then we have a nice transition where we just add a bunch of 2 meter slopes around like so. Oops, wrong rotation. And last but not least, another 3-meter slope for this end. Not this end. This one requires again a 4-meter. No, this one is shorter. This is a 2-meter one. Like this, and then a 2-meter, nope, a 3-meter beam slope. Now our mass is going to be at the level of the buoyancy. Okay, well, I need to increase its weight at the front, meaning that we can't have this angle. We need to have it steeper to add more weight. We are going to be adding a beam 2 meters. This is all going to make me think, isn't it? Oh Lord Almighty. I'm going to copy this one and then go on this side. Yup. And then add a few more of these slopes, normal slopes. Just shorter ones, just like that. Then a singular one here. We have moved the... and we're sinking again. Okay, it's a fight, to say the least. So how does... actually, wait. Let's look. The construction strut allows the connection of a block in front that would not ordinarily connect, like an engine exhaust pipe. Allow this light and buoyant, tougher than wood but weaker than metal. Alloy is light and buoyant. A decking piece combines the look of wood with some of the protection of metal. Relative buoyancy 27. Wait, lightweight alloy has more buoyancy than wood. Okay then. I mean, if it's like that, then I'll just add a bunch of them around here. Which is where exactly? Here. Oops. Okay, what are you? You're a 2 meter? Okay, well, then we go back to here and then go back to 4 meters. I should have staggered this. Okay. That is 2 meter one. Okay, well that's lightweight alloy, which is buoyant. And that thing now does what? And how? Nope, mass is... Oh, wait, we're actually not sinking anymore. We're above the water, barely, but we are. And meaning that this thing is more buoyant than wood. Actually, I'm just going to swap out... What am I gonna swap out for this more buoyant block? I want my center of mass to be low and my buoyancy high, but not too high, so that the ship wants to actually... Is this correct? This should be correct. The back I'm not going to be touching. Oh wait, I didn't have again the center of the mirror mode turned on. So those blocks that I just swapped out haven't been swapped. Okay. These ones. I need to... Wait, these ones. I could swap the middlemost beam for this. So let's go with that. Okay. Now F11 to see how that works. Now we are sinking from the back. Okay, that's a singular block. I was wondering how I built that. And then I'll change these ones. These slopes. Another one singular. What am I holding? Or how am I holding it to be so wrong? Okay, what do you... Oops. Mirror mode again, because if I don't enable it now I'll forget. F11 to see how it or what it does. That's an air pump. We still need to add a bunch of weight to it, so I need to figure out how to make it float before I can make anything else happen. Okay, this... wait, what if I add again the beams? Let's go back to the beams. Just like so. Just like so. Oops, once again I went inside build mode. I need mirror, and then we press F11 to see how it floats now. Still need the mass to be below the buoyancy thing. Okay, well that is going to happen by us adding... Do you know what? I think the best way to actually make this buoyant is... Let's hope we don't get any shots from above, or too many shots from above, because this is kind of armored, just kind of. Okay, these are now no longer like that. Okay, let's see how that does. That is fine. Now we're holding above the water quite well, I'd say. Yes. Our buoyancy is moving about, but it is above the mass mostly. So now to add the second piece of the puzzle, and that is ammunition and stuff, aka resources, but that we'll have to wait for next time. Until then, we have made little to no progress, but at least we are above the water now. Let's see what kind of, not the gantries. I want to change these around here. Blocks, not metal, lightweight alloy. It's not a 3 meter. Oh, this is a 2 meter. Oh, these are probably beams, 4 meters. Yes, they are. And again a 2 meter beam. Rotated this way and swapping out this one. Now we have a bit more buoyancy and we won't be as easy to sink, I think. I hope. We pray. But now I need to add a bunch of resources to the bottom, making it heavier. Alas, soon we will have this thing running. But for now, thank you for joining me and have a great day.